For Dads in the Six, I'm Nicholas Mazzeo.
And I'm Jamie Campbell. What'd you bring me?
I brought you the exact same beer you brought me.
Oh,
You
cool.
came over this weekend and you brought this Land Shark Lager. When you brought it, I was like, oh, this looks... Because it's in like a yellow and blue can. It's got like a cool shark fin on it. I thought this was like a Caribbean beer.
Yeah.
But it's not. But
I mean, it says island-style lager on it.
Right. Like I thought maybe,
And it has palm trees and a beach
and
a shark. So what's wrong with your question?
Margaritaville International Brewing Co. But like, I thought maybe you picked this up at like the Bahamas and you just had it left over.
Oh, I get you. No, I walked into the beer store.
It's from Kitchener.
Cool.
Jesus.
I walked in the beer store and I was bringing beer over to your house and I had a couple like random tall boys, as like Will does very often. And then I saw Land Shark. I'm like, I like Land Shark.
Yeah, my buddy Mike, I think super fan of the show, does that.
Cheers. Yeah, I mean, how does it taste?
I had one on the weekend when you brought it, and I liked it. It just tastes like a lager. See, lager to me is like your fallback. Like, you can't really go wrong.
Right.
I'm sure super fan of the show, Tony, could argue otherwise. But I think, like, when I want to play it safe, when I don't want nothing too hoppy, or I don't want something, like, too Coors Lighty, you can go for a lager. It's a safe bet.
I want to start trying to appreciate darker beers, like the Guinnesses of the world. I still can't do them. They're still too thick. They're still too heavy for me. But I wouldn't mind, like, in this, like, maybe bringing the drink of the week back, trying them out every now and then, trying to just power through it, you know? I live here. I don't got to deal with it.
I've actually appreciated more now, like, hoppy beers. I used to just
like when you go to Beer Fest, like pretty much all the beers there.
Yeah, like
they're so hoppy.
They're so hoppy. But now I couldn't even drink them before. Like, I don't know, it's just like this weird sensation down your throat. It's like your throat's rejecting it. Not quite vomiting yet, but my throat was like closing up. Not allergic, but I just wasn't dealing with it.
Remember when like Frankie didn't drink and we were like, Frank, why don't you drink? And he's like, it makes me feel funny. It's like, I don't know. That's kind of... it
was kind of like the
point.
No, I don't know. So now I like them. I find myself going for more of the IPAs or something like very hoppy.
Right.
I'm good with that.
So today being May 16th or something, yesterday there was like a Twitter storm of something called Yanni versus Laurel. Mm-hmm. Did you hear any of this?
I follow plenty of meme pages.
Yeah.
And I'm on Twitter and stuff enough that...
So you were seeing people say like Team Laurel, Team Yanni.
Yeah, and like just the memes.
But you didn't
right?
you didn't follow through or research
and
it.
It's not enough of a pull. I'm like, I should, I guess, just so I can follow along, but no, nothing pulled me enough to like...
Yeah, neither did me, and I'm like, hey, we do a podcast. Maybe it'd be kind of interesting. So the gist is, remember the dress of 2015 or 2016?
Which was white and gold.
It was either white and gold or blue and green or something.
Yeah, it was white and gold.
It was blue and green. This is the audio version of that. So there's basically someone posted on Twitter here, this thing here, I'm showing Nick.
What do you
It's an audio clip, and what do you hear? Yanni or Laurel? So I'm going to play it for you. So what do you hear?
I have a lot of questions, but Laurel.
You hear Laurel?
Nothing but Laurel.
Okay, so here's where I'm going to trip you out a little bit. Just a little bit. I came across this when I was heading up to bed, and hold on, let me mute that. I was going up to bed, and I found it. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, let's listen to this. So sitting on the toilet, and I push play on the exact same audio clip I just played for you.
Yeah.
And I heard Yanni, not even close to Laurel. Like, I was so confused when I'm like, Laurel, where are people getting Laurel from? I heard Yanni, clear as day. And then I scrolled down this article, which I'm gonna show you here in a bit. I scrolled down the article. I played this other audio clip that is gonna maybe trip you out a little bit. And then I went back to what I just played you, and I heard Laurel. And then I was like still on the toilet. This was like a 2-minute ordeal. And I started freaking out, like by myself at midnight, sitting on my toilet. I'm like, no.
Vanessa, get in here.
I just heard Yanni. Like, seriously? So I was kind of hoping you would hear Yanni, but that didn't work out. Most people hear Laurel. And apparently what it is it's actually a recording of both. And if you put like the bassy or the low levels down on one, you hear Laurel, and if you put the thing, you hear Yanni. But some people just naturally hear Yanni, and some people hear Laurel. So here's another one. This is 2 clips.
I'm gonna put my headphones right on. Headphones on, everybody. I didn't hear any. Like, am I supposed to hear Yanni or Laurel?
No, it's like static.
Okay.
You didn't hear anything?
Let's try it again. I'm getting goosebumps. I hear, like, I can hear the semblance of words, but I can't.
Okay, so you're not understanding what's playing right now.
No.
Like, it's all scrambled to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen to this one.
The juice of lemons makes fine punch.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we're going to go back to the original.
Okay, now I hear it.
See the audio here tricks, little tricks?
Yeah, no. What do you mean? Like, now I know
So-
what it's saying.
Yeah, but the first time it was like inaudible. Like you couldn't even make out if there was words there, kinda.
Yeah.
So then once you listen to the clean version,
Yeah.
you could then make out the original.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool little trick.
It's
And
like-
that's kind of what's happening with the Laurel Yanni thing.
Right. Yeah. It's like how you ever see those like scrambled words where as long as the first and the last letter of the word are correct,
You could read it.
you could read it. They
Yeah.
can jumble up all the words in the middle, but you could read it. So that's kind of like that. I don't like scrambled audio recordings. I've had a bad experience. Laurel, like where's Yanni?
I know.
Where's Yanni?
I know, dude. I'd be on the same page as you right now if I didn't hear Yanni last night, like crystal clear. Anyways, what do you want to talk about today?
First off, let's not get off this topic just yet,
All right.
because for me, this is the kind of this is the stuff that catches the internet by storm. Where did this come from?
I couldn't find the origin.
Like, why? Why did this become?
Someone
a thing?
tweeted it, but I couldn't find like the origin, like why. And I don't even know why it blew up yesterday. Apparently, it was on Twitter, Reddit. It was trending this or that, and I found it through just someone hashtagging like Laurel.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what are people talking about? And of course, I have to go digging.
Do you ever feel like? Do you ever feel like this shit gets dropped onto the internet? Like, we know it's official, right? Like, Russia purposely infiltrates internet wherever.
Mm-hmm.
With
I don't know if I like where you're going. Right?
the Russia like infiltrates the internet.
Okay.
It's proven fact. There was even a Reply All episode. I don't know if you ever heard about during a Mexican election.
Yep.
They just paid kids to sit around and tweet shit.
Yeah,
and
the latest episode of Homeland.
Yeah.
The latest season, sorry. I just burped totally into the thing. The latest season of Homeland and last season was all about that.
Mm. So we know that happens. Do you think this is like just a little because man, like North Korea's like pulling out of the nuke talks.
Yeah, I told you that would happen.
All the shit's going down as always in Palestine and Israel. We got a provincial election coming up. All this shit going on. Much more important things to occupy your time with. And this is what's like number one trending everywhere. This is what's occupying.
Yeah, there's probably 5 school shootings last week. The Toronto van situation was like 2 weeks ago as of this recording, and already it's just like it's yesterday's news. It's insane.
I just feel like this stuff. I'm starting to like drink the Kool-Aid now. I'm starting to think like Illuminati and shit. Like,
whoa,
this is like, to me, this is all conveniently placed now. This is all just like, whoa, it's getting too hot over there in North Korea and Palestine and stuff. We don't want people like,
let's cheer up the internet.
Yeah, let's get people distracted.
So you think there's like a bank of like fun stuff that someone is controlling, and then when it's needed, they release like a Yanni versus Laurel,
and then they release all the Russians or the Mexicans to go out there and just start retweeting the hashtag, so it just jumps up on trending, and then it takes over all the meme, and that's it. Like. Childish Gambino. Can I just call him Donald Glover? I just call him Donald Glover.
Yeah. It's crazy how this kid, first of all, how this guy, like, I know him for a lot more things now, but like I kind of just know him from Community, like some random actor guy that was in Community, and now he's like the biggest thing.
Yeah, it always happens. You always find like, it's so hot right now.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. So hot right now.
Anyways, like, looking at his newest video, This is America, someone brought up a good point, like the kids dancing behind him, all that shit's going on, right? But they're more, interested in what's going on with the latest celebrity.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're just following him. Like
That's pretty much the whole
that.
point of the video.
What's happening with one of the Kardashians and her baby daddy's drama, or Kanye is going crazy. See, like the Kanye thing, this is how much I don't want to get involved, but I know it's happening, but I choose just not to anymore. I don't know if that's good or bad. You know, Kanye went crazy or something. I know zero about that.
All he said was that slavery was a choice.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and I only know that because dude, when celebrity news comes on the radio, I try my hardest to spam my skip button to another station, but I happen to catch the 4 seconds of that story.
You still listen to radio. See, that's the thing.
I go back and forth. When Link doesn't exactly like listening to podcasts that I listen to after I pick him up from daycare, so there's a little bit of radio in my life.
Right
there for 10, 15 minutes.
When I get all caught up on my podcast, like I still won't go to radio. Like I will find some, if it's Dan Carlin, like I'll do something just to avoid the radio. But yeah, no, that's like this Kanye thing. Okay, slavery is a choice. All right, yeah, it's crazy.
I think he's probably hyping up a new album or something.
Yeah.
So transitioning into our dad topic of the week, because we are, dads in the
the number one dad based podcast
in the world.
Star Wars based.
Star Wars.
I haven't talked about that in a while.
I sent you an article earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's about co-sleeping.
Yeah.
So this family, and the matriarch of this family, decided to experiment and have the whole family sleep in the same bed.
So everyone can get maximum sleep.
Maximum sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know how that achieves maximum sleep, but maximum sleep.
Yeah.
Not long after the experiment started, the wife started piecing out in the middle of the night. As soon as the kids would go to sleep and the husband would go to sleep, they'd piece out, and she'd end up sleeping in like the son's room or something. And then the husband wrote the article, and he's like, "I'm done with this." Yeah. And the wife kept insisting that the experiment had to keep going on.
But she was going to go sleep somewhere else conveniently.
Yeah. So I want to know your thoughts on that. Do you have any experience? Do you bring Leia into the bed? Because right now, Link still wakes up at stupidly god hour mornings, like 5:30 in the morning and stuff. And even Vanessa's now tired of it, and she's on mat leave, so it helps. Mm-hmm. So we just have him grab his pillows, his penguins, and just jumps into bed with us. And we get an extra like hour or two off of that. And by we, I mean Vanessa.
Before I answer that, I just like the title of this article. It's from fatherly.com. I let my kids sleep in the marital bed and my wife went rogue. Yeah, man, that co-sleeping thing's a bitch because.
So this is the thing people do. Like they all sleep as a family.
Okay. I have 2 kids, and they're 2 different human beings, and there's 2 different co-sleeping things going on, and there's nothing we can do because it's over. We've lost the war. With Leia, I mean, we did the first 6 months of where she was sleeping in our room, but in her crib or bassinet. First, actually,
that's what we're doing now. We never did that with the first.
What we did is we had this in-bed bassinet.
You explained it to me.
It's a bassinet, and it just goes in the middle of your bed, so you can't smother her and. She's in your bed with you. That's what we did for our first few months, and then she transitioned to like her crib, and then after 6 months, she moved out. We're like, you're out of here, all right? Because that's what Region of Peel says to do is be in your room. Oh, yeah.
It was 6, not 3? Or did you guys just do 6?
No, I'm pretty sure they said 6. So anyways, whatever. We shipped her off, and then it wasn't bad. The only thing with Leia is she would wake up in the middle of the night, and she'd wake up kind of like screaming. And Leia isn't about being resettled like in her room or anything like that, and I have to wake up and get to work, so for me to try and spend time to convince her, like try and rock her back to sleep or like pet her head in the crib, it's a lost cause. And then Steph, she's not really, she's tired, like, so eventually got to a point where we would just bring Leia into bed with us at whatever 4, 5,
so
6.
around sounds like the same thing we're doing.
Same thing. But unlike Link, who kind of like wakes up and is ready to start his day, Leia was just waking up because just that middle of the night wake up. But she was, as soon as you brought her in bed with us, boom, like a rock back to sleep. And so we still had a guest bedroom with a bed. And so sometimes what we would do is just bring her in there, so at least one of us can just continue on sleeping. And we did a lot of that when she was still kind of doing that in the first month when Kenna was born. And now with Kenna, we've all but lost the battle. Co-sleeping is 100% a thing because this is just one of those kids who can be dead asleep and knows the moment you put her down into her crib. Dead asleep. And she's like, "Oh, you put me in my crib? Nah, I ain't about this life."
Did you have Lincoln as your second kid?
I ain't about this life. Put me in the bed or nobody sleeps.
Yeah.
Nobody sleeps. The odd night she gives us maybe 4, maybe 5 hours in her crib. Like, I don't know what it is, what fluke landed, but she'll go in her crib and she'll sleep it off for 4 or 5 hours and then wakes up for a feeding and then says, no, I know where I am now. Put me in the bed. And so she's there in the morning and she's there. And Leia sleeps through the night pretty much. And what's kind of funny with Leia is we have the monitor, with the video and the microphone. And if she used to do this thing for a few months where she would wake up almost every night, guaranteed, and all she needed was for you to turn on the microphone and be like, Leia, shh, sleep. And then she'd drop like a rock. It was kind of hilarious to just watch. She just needed to
like a dog.
hear you. Yeah, and then like fall. But yeah, Kenna's in our bed co-sleeping, and I don't know. I mean, it's the only way we sleep, and I get where this guy's coming from. You gotta fight that fight.
I'm so against it. My my ex from high school, she had like at the time, what was he, like 8 or 9 or 10 or something, and he still slept in the bed. I'm pretty sure her dad didn't sleep in the bed. It was the mom and the son slept together.
I hear a lot, man. I hear a lot about that. I hear a lot of coworkers and friends and stuff were like, yeah, it took them until they were like 11 years old to get out of my bed.
No, that can't happen.
No, that can't happen. No.
That's like especially with 2 kids. Two kids and 2 adults can't fit in a queen size bed. Comfortably.
That's your other rookie mistake. Like,
go king.
We went king.
Well, we had this. This is our first bed. Like, we had this when we moved in together at her mom's house for the first.
Bitch. Get yourself a king size bed. It's only like a 6-inch difference.
Yeah.
But it makes all the world. That's what she said, and it makes all the world of difference. Is those 6 inches? That's what she said. And so you get that. It like literally me and Steph prior to having kids and our lives being ruined. She could be at one end of the bed, I could be at the other, and I can't touch her. Like, and I'm like, it's only that much bigger than a queen. It's the same length, right? But the width, it's insane the difference.
And the girth of the bed.
Yeah, that's what matters. And so
I think we're probably due for a new bed.
Can you fit a king size in your room?
Probably. We might have to ditch one nightstand, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
How long should a bed last?
Oh, a good mattress can last you.
Not a mattress. I mean, like, how long should you rotate bed sets? Like, because we got the dresser, the nightstands, her dresser, the bed, all as a gift from her like grandmother. So like, I don't know. We're going on 10 years now, 11 years.
I don't worry too. I don't think you have to have a matching bed frame or whatever it is. Yeah, frame, headboard. I don't think it has to match to the T your other stuff. I mean, I guess in a perfect world, but as long as you buy the same shade of brown or whatever,
I guess
it's fine. You don't have to, just because I think you're buying a new bed frame and
get a new dresser too.
Get it for your new dresser and side tables and stuff. Ours, it's just white, but it's not the same set. So I don't know. So what does Ro do now?
She sleeps in like the playpen has like a bassinet insert into it. The same playpen you have. And she sleeps in that. And once she goes down, she only has 1 or 2 witching hours. One is whenever Link goes down. She knows. Like, Link could go down at 7 or 8 or 8:30. That's when she's the worst. As soon as Vanessa bounces to go put him in his bed. And I'm on dad duty at that point, solo. And it sucks. Every night it's the same thing. And now Link gets out of bed like 3 or 4 times before he stays in bed. So you put him down, you give him your hugs and kisses, and then we walk back out in the living room, and it's like you watch on the camera or you just hear him, gets up, opens the door, stands outside the room sometimes, peeks out. Lincoln, get in bed, we yell. He'll run back to his bed. Count to like 4, he gets back up. So that's the only challenge right now. And still the morning thing. We never could crack the morning thing.
So, that's the one. Like Leia, I don't know. Oh, I know part of it. What's changed is her sleep pattern is just totally off, especially since they went to BC.
Still,
I mean, we're not doing much of an effort to try and fix it. But see, the issue is, so she's going to bed a little later. Leia can sleep in her bed 9, 10 o'clock. A couple of days ago, she woke up at 11. What kid wakes up at 11? The other thing is, Leia's pretty good at waking up and just being chill. Like she can wake up and you can just watch her on the monitor. And she'll get up, turn on her fish tank, and just be like, I just need to chill.
I just need to wash my fish.
And I'm just gonna watch my fish.
No, man.
And she lays.
We
in
never
bed.
had that. We never had that. I see other people on Instagram too, like friends of that we know, and like their kid wakes up and they just watch it for a little bit, a half hour on the monitor, go in, happy cheery morning. No, if Link wakes up, he used to just cry. Now he'll at least get up and stand at his door and then cry until we say like, hey, come. And he's never slept in. We always hope every time like spring forward comes with daylight savings. So let's say he was waking up at 5:30 before. We're like, sweet, it's daylight savings for springtime. So now 5:30 is really 6:30. No, he just knows it's 5:30, man. He just gets up at 5:30. It's like he has a watch or an alarm set.
That's gross.
We tried the crow clock or whatever that thing's called, where the happy sun goes down and up. Kind of works. Like he knows when the sun comes up, it's time to get up, but then he just gets up earlier anyways and just, I don't care anymore. So setting it further back never really did anything.
Yeah, I don't know how Vanessa copes with that. Like that's part of me wants Leia to just wake up normally again, start waking up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. That would be fine, because then it just gets her back. Because then even now, if Leia's waking up later, then her nap's thrown off. And then it's just
you're not napping at noon if you're waking up at 10.
Yeah, and then like if you're napping later, then so it's just like I kind of want, and I'm okay because I'm the morning guy, and this is the problem, right? Is then Kenna's ruining my life because she's still at that age where she's not going to go to bed at 7:30. Obviously, she's only 4 months, so she's like 11:30, 12:30. She's still kind of like up and just ruining things, just like crying, being fussy, and then Steph's busy with cake, so like I'm on Kenna duty, but I'm like. My alarm goes off in 6 hours. Like, I want to go to sleep. I'm not a night person. I don't function this way. I'm the complete opposite. I will gladly wake up at 7. I would even wake up at 6 with Leia if I was going to bed at 10. I would wake up gladly at 6. I love mornings, man. I love put on a nice, especially a weekend morning, put on a pot of coffee, soccer's on. I got, Leia, just do your thing, have a nice breakfast.
I wonder if that's how you became a morning person, because most soccer that you watch is in Europe. Some, I guess, in South America, right?
6 hour.
Yeah, so you're seeing like NHL games, right, are only on at 7 o'clock. Is that right?
If I want to watch Liverpool, sometimes it's 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I wonder if that like changed how your whole day is based around.
It helps. It helps. But also like I'm just back at the gym now. Literally last 2 weeks, like I took 4 months off since Kenna was born because
I take 8 months off all the time.
You're on like I think you're on like a 10-month rotation.
Yeah.
I took the 4 months off. Like I put my account on hold because I just couldn't go. Like not with this lack of sleep, not with this broken sleep. Now Kenna is and now Kenna sleeps in. Like she goes to bed late, but she can be dead asleep till 9 o'clock. I came home this morning at like 10:30 before a session or 10. And she was still, she was awake, but she was calm. Like she was chill and gave Steph plenty of time to wake up. So like, I like that. But I like my mornings. I'm back into my gym routine. I'm going to see if like, all right, this works out and both girls are sleeping in. Because now I don't feel bad. I hated when I was trying to sneak out of the house at like 6:45, 7 and Leia was waking up. Because then I felt bad. I don't know. But anyways, long story short, I recommend not co-sleeping. But
I love mornings when I'm up. Like if I'm up and I'm ready to go and the day has started because either I have to work early or we're going camping or whatever, I love mornings. Especially those mornings where I just feel like being up. So you get up, I drive Link to daycare. I used to drive him like at really early, like 7:30 or 7:45 or something when Vanessa used to go to work. And yeah, like, I don't know, like the whole like idea of the whole going to the bank feeling, or like going to Home Hardware like 10 in the morning. And like you have a plan for the whole day, feels amazing. But I love being up till 2 in the morning. It's just I know it makes you cringe. I'm up 4 hours after you go to bed.
Yeah, I mean I don't even go to bed at 10 o'clock anymore because of Kenna. So like I'm really going to bed at 11:30, 12 o'clock. But I'm still setting my alarm for 6, sometime between 6 and 6:30, and then I go to the gym or whatever. But like there's nothing. I don't know. It's not like I wake up ready and willing to go. Like it sucks. Don't get me wrong. I could talk myself back to sleep, no problem. I'm not like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. It's a sort of a discipline thing. Like it's sort of like you gotta go. You gotta get up. You gotta just tell yourself to shut up. And once you get up, get ready. Dude, the best is the evening. Like when I go home today after this recording, I'm going to pack my gym. Am I going to gym tomorrow? No. But I would pack my gym bag and my lunch bag is ready to go. So I wake up just enough time to go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, put my gym clothes on, grab my work, lunch, and gym bag. I'm out of the house. I can be out of the house in 15 minutes or longer, depends if I'm like slacking in bed. Like,
I'm feeling a gym comeback soon. I think I've taken it way too easy lately.
Yeah, man.
I didn't pay for a single dollar the last time I was going, so I'm kind of scared to come back. I want to go back to Good Life because it's a good price and I like this location. It has a pool. I signed up there because it had a pool, and I quit right before the pool opened.
Yeah,
like,
no,
they were building it still.
Yeah.
But what do you think is going to happen when I sign back up? Are they going to be like, hey, you owe us like $400?
Hey, that's not my fault. Just be the asshole customer. No. Just do it, man. Be the asshole customer.
Yeah, I'm not paying $400 now. I would have gladly paid.
That's your fault.
I would have gladly paid $20 a month or whatever before, but I'm not paying for that now.
Okay, I'll just go.
I thought it was coming. I said goodbye to those $20, even though you never took it.
Yeah, no, that's their fault, man. Yeah, you be the straight up asshole.
I think I want to call them first because they left me a voicemail being like, hey, there's a problem with your account, and I just never called, and then I stopped going to the gym. Because at that point, I was like a good 4 months in lapse.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw a single bill.
Well, see what happens.
I also didn't like going to the, I don't know, we can stay on the gym topic for a sec.
Sure.
Dad Bods.
Dad Bods.
I didn't like going to the gym with you because I felt like we had to interact or we had to do like the same exercises. I liked going to the gym with you as like a meetup sort of thing, but I felt like at times I was holding you back, or I felt like I was, so I felt like I was like indebted to you. Like I had to come to the gym because Nick expected me to come to the gym.
Yeah.
Really, I tried the morning thing. I dug it a little bit again for the meeting you there, but I think I'm a night owl, and I think I need to enjoy evening gym. Like we're talking like 11 p.m. gym.
I know, but the problem is like you're not gonna. I don't think you have the motivation and discipline. I say this as your BFF. I don't think you have that to go at night. Like once you're home from a day of work and parenting and stuff.
That's your unwind though.
You think so, but your unwind is also sitting in front of this sweet man cave you kind of have going on, and you're watching, you do your this is what you do.
But
so you have to then give up what it is you do.
But I think that's the point. That's the point. There's only 24 hours in the day, right? And most of those hours are accounted for, so there has to be a give and take. So if it means an hour less on the computer at night to go to the gym, then that's what that would replace. I don't want to delay my mornings by an extra hour. I don't drive Link to daycare super early anymore. Mm-hmm. And that's when I kind of met up with you. Mm-hmm. So it kind of was a bonus hour there in the morning where I wouldn't be going to clients yet.
Right, and you're already awake.
And I was already awake, right. So that if I go back to the gym, that's not really an option unless I woke up, went to the gym, came back for Link. But I don't want to. I know I'm not going to do that. So I think I want the same. I don't want to go like at 5 o'clock. When it's like busy,
yeah, that's the
or
worst
lunchtime.
Like between like 5 and 8.
I want just as many people in the gym that are there at 7 in the morning, but like at night.
Lunchtime's not too bad. I've gone to lunch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go lunch.
Yeah, no,
it's too unpredictable with work.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I feel like strolling in there at midnight, dude. That's my thing. That's me.
It is nice. I do enjoy a night gym. There's just something, especially in the summer, man. You know the best feeling?
Coming out of there and you're sweating and the air hits you.
And it's just still like 25 degrees and you're walking out in flip-flops and
you feel
shorts.
like want to hit a patio somewhere back in our day.
But it works reverse for me. Like in the morning, I would go in the middle of February, -20 to the gym at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'd go. But there's nothing better than walking outside at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I always get the cottage vibe. You know? Isn't it sweet at a cottage when like you don't have to wake up early, but because you're kind of on vacation, you don't mind waking up a little earlier.
You don't want to lose the hours.
You don't want to lose the hours. It's just like that morning dawn.
I thought you were somehow tying this into it being February, because no.
But in the summer, I'm saying like the summer, the best is when you walk out at like 7 in the morning and it's 25 degrees already.
Yeah.
Or it's like 20 degrees and you're just walking out in shorts, flip-flops, t-shirt, and I'm like, I'm going to the gym. I don't need layers. I don't know. To me, it's the best feeling. And then I'm done. By 9 o'clock, I'm showered, and it's just like, I'm ready. What did I lose? An hour of sleep, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
You know what sucked though? Leaving the gym at like midnight. Yeah, assuming you went for 11, you left at midnight, but in February.
Yeah.
That I don't enjoy. That would probably deter me from going to the gym, to be honest with you. I hate winter. Like, I'm the worst Canadian.
I don't know, man. I never felt like you were holding me back.
No, I didn't mean literally. I just meant account. That's the word I was looking for before. I feel accountable. Like, I feel like I had to show up Monday, Wednesday, and it's good to have someone accountable. It's good to have someone there driving you. But I don't think we drove each other, really. Again, I was doing it more to meet up with you. Hey, Nick's already going at this time. But I felt like I probably, if I was going to do it, I probably just need to do it on my own. Mm-hmm. Not because you were doing anything wrong. Just it's in my own head that I just need to go and figure the gym out for myself and not try to do it for you, for me.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm this pro gym or anything, but I think there was perks to going because I had like your basic routine, like a push, pull, and legs sort of thing. And it's just like, I feel like if you try and go figure out like it's you know, like you don't want like fuck around-itis. Like you don't want to just like, oh, I'm just going to do a couple chest and then maybe some legs.
Yeah, I love following the routine. That was awesome. Because I was tracking you with the app.
Yeah.
And you get to see like your improvements. I don't think I did it long enough to really see improvements.
No.
And I absolutely hated anything to do with the big long bar that you scrub against your knees and shins.
It's called a deadlift, yeah.
Yeah. Those need to be cut out.
No.
If I'm going to enjoy the gym, those have to be cut out. It just, the gym has to be fun for me, and I need to make a game of it, right? That wasn't fun. It just wasn't.
I don't know how.
I don't care how many gains I lose.
Deadlift is like the king.
I don't care.
Of lifts.
It wasn't fun. I can enjoy doing barbells and biceps, triceps, any machine I find fun. That just least fun I ever have. Not because it's hard. It's just it's uncomfortable, and I know that's supposed to be uncomfortable. But it just. Sorry, I'm not doing something. I'm 33 now. I no longer have to do things because they aren't fun, unless it's dad related and I don't have a choice because my wife's looking at me and I have to put my laundry away.
Yeah.
But in my extracurricular activities, I'm not doing things that are fun. There has to be a replacement for deadlifts. There has to be a replacement.
There's other ways to maybe do like that motion or that movement.
Yeah, like a rowboat thing. No. One of those? No. I'm like flapping like a chicken right now.
No. I thought the deadlift when you were doing it was hilarious because I saw your form was so wrong. But I think I remember telling him like, you're doing it so wrong. I don't know how to tell you to get better. Like I didn't know how to fix it. Like what you were doing, I'm like, I didn't even know that was possible.
It's probably my next surgery.
Screw up a deadlift that way. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You're just doing it wrong. I don't know what to tell.
Imagine how many other people were probably staring at me. Like,
yeah.
Who is this guy?
I didn't know what to tell you.
Now I wonder how I was doing it. You should have filmed me.
I remember exactly what you were doing. Like somehow your shoulders were like behind your knees, and your bar was you were like throwing the bar over. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was hilarious, but I didn't know how to tell you how to fix it.
That sounds like a good way to wrap this up. See you next week.
Bye. Dads in the Six is hosted by Jamie Campbell and me, Nicholas Mazzeo. We're produced and edited by Jamie Campbell. Our theme song is Nobody Speak by DJ Shadow and Run the Jewels. All of our other music is by Antonio Di Gregorio. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week.